Today I will be cooking whatever you guys message me on Instagram, and it didn't go well. But first, let me get you the details. So here's a little bit of context. Last week on Instagram, I posted this to my story. I'm gonna be making a video called Cooking Your Instagram DMs, so if you guys have anything unhinged you want to DM me that you might want me to make in the video, yeah, just DM it to me. Basically, whatever you message me on Instagram, I'll cook it. And you guys' response was, really interesting. This is gonna be a new series, by the way, where I just ask my community what you guys want me to make. And get this, I already have a name for this new series. TWICS. Not the candy, the TWICS. And look, I even have an intro song ready to go. Editor, rip off PewDiePie. Leave your suggestions in the comments below, and I'll cook suggestions in the next episode of TWICS. Suck my toes. I'm not kidding you. This is the first one that came in. This message was the very first thing I saw after posting this story. Suck my toes? Really? Humanity was a mistake. Majestic Asian. Thank you. I think the fact that you're black kind of adds like extra meaning to it. I'm not sure why. Moving on. Cum ramen. Really? Humanity was a fucking mistake, bro. Sushi grilled cheese. Oh, you bitch. That sounds disgusting. That sounds absolutely disgusting and reprehensible to make. We making it. So what we have here is a regular grilled cheese sandwich. Now I'm supposed to turn this into a sushi. How the fuck? Alright, so yeah, I was pretty fucking confused as to how I would make a sushi grilled cheese, but you know, I figured that the first step would be making a regular grilled cheese sandwich, so that's what I did. Now, my thought process was, what if I just put a sushi in a grilled cheese sandwich? And then I realized that idea was retarded and unrealistic. And then I was like, what if I just put a grilled cheese in a sushi? And that seemed much more feasible, so that's what I did. Now, before anything, you want to make sure that you're cooking your grilled cheese sandwich with butter and not mayo. Mayo is for the stupid majority, and you know what? You can use the mayo. You want to cut your grilled cheese into strips so that you can actually roll them into a sushi. Lay out a piece of nori and spread on your sushi rice. And if you're wondering how you can make sushi rice, you can just Google. Crumple on some extra seaweed, some sesame seeds, and then you want to lay out your sushi roller. Flip on your sushi paper or your nori, lay on your grilled cheese strips, and yeah, roll that baby up. You gotta add some Kewpie mayo though, because it wouldn't be sushi if you didn't have Kewpie mayo. You want to firm up your sushi roll by pressing it, by really, you know, molesting it all over. After rolling, it is ready to be cut, so I'm gonna Thanos snap it into slices. Brush with soy sauce and a little bit of wasabi on each of the rolls. And yeah, now it's ready to eat. It looks fucking disgusting, but let's try it. I mean, it looks like a war crime, but hopefully it doesn't taste like one. Oh, you already know we gotta eat it with the Q chopsticks. Your boy is a professional YouTuber now. Hopefully it doesn't taste like a war crime. Yeah, that's a war crime. That was horrendous. Grilled cheese does not belong in sushi. That's all I can say. Honestly though, it's a 2 out of 10. I could eat it, but I refuse to put my taste buds through any of this. Like I said before, this is a fucking war crime. This is the Nikocado avocado of sushis. So I saw that you make food, and I was wondering if you could make my mom love me. Are you okay? Because like, if you're not okay, like seek help. Like genuinely, for people who are struggling with this kind of stuff, please seek help. But nah man, I think that's out of the scope of my capabilities. I am so sorry. I went to juvie once for sticking my twin brother's hand in the toaster. What the fuck? What is wrong with humanity? Oh, I swear to God, humanity was a mistake. Every day we stray further away from God. Nothing disturbing, just a big fan. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Moving on. Guys, give me some cooking suggestions, please. This is not like, this is TWICS. This is not a Q&A. Fried ice cream sandwich. That sounds absolutely disgusting. Good idea. I like how he just said right, like he knew that it was a good idea. It was a bomb-ass idea. You know what? I'm gonna make that. Meet you back in the kitchen. On your cutting board, you want to set up a typical breading station, which means flour, egg wash, and some panko breadcrumbs. Now, all y'all gotta do is open a packet of ice cream sandwich and, yeah, roll that shit in the dough. Now, I'm gonna just say this before I do this, alright? It's not my fault if you fuck this recipe up and waste a perfectly good to eat ice cream sandwich. Here is the breading process. You want to dip it in the flour, and then the egg wash, and then the panko breadcrumbs, and then back into the egg, and then finish it off with the panko breadcrumbs. Now, while I was doing this, I was like, holy fuck, what am I doing? The ice cream's just gonna melt. And then I had a stroke of genius. I was like, wait, hot makes ice cream melt, then cold makes ice cream hard. So I decided to toss it back in the freezer after wrapping it in some parchment paper. You want to make sure that this shit is colder than J. Cole on Drake's album before you toss it in the fryer. After a good 30 minutes in the freezer, you want to unwrap your present and begin frying. By now, you should have noticed that your coating and breading is completely solid. And that's a good thing because it becomes easier to fry and the ice cream doesn't leak out. You want to fry until it's golden crispy brown on the outside. You just want to make sure that the coating's cooked but the ice cream
isn't cooked. Toss it in the freezer for another 30 minutes before eating.
If we're talking pure first impressions, it smells very good. But let's just cut it open. All right, so how do I do this without fucking it up? Oh, wait, I know. The ice cream actually remained relatively intact. Well, let's give it a taste. I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I'm gonna need an outside opinion on this. Yee! Come down from the attic now. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right, just give me a rating from 1 to 10, okay? Careful, don't leak it. Don't leak it. Bruh. 1 to 10.
7.5.
7.5? All right, lit. So, I want you to make me some fried chicken watermelon with extra juiciness and grape Kool-Aid. Dude, that's gotta be racist. Deep fried water. What are you smoking and where can I get some? Bro, this seems like an idea that you'd get when you're like high as fuck. Like, I would know because I snort a lot of cocaine. You know what? Actually, let me attempt that. Hold on, I'll be right back.
My first thought when even trying to fathom the idea of this recipe is how the fuck do I make water hard? Because I was like, how can you fry a fluid in another fluid? You can't fry water in oil. So yeah, that's how I came to the solution of making water hard. By using gelatin. Place your gelatin-laced water into a mold, or in this case, an ice cube maker. Toss it in the fridge until it sets, and yeah, pour it out into a bowl and put that shit in the coating. Now, I can already hear all the nerd emojis in the comment section going, you know, you're frying flavorless jello. You're not frying water. Shut the fuck up. It's 99% water, and I'm frying it. It counts. Like, some of y'all really gotta stop trying so hard to sound smart on the internet to a bunch of strangers in a YouTube video.
Ladies and gentlemen, fried water. I'm not sure how this is gonna taste, but I doubt it's gonna taste good. I am never making that shit again. Avocado Toast Hulu. Most cursed shit ever, also views. This guy knows what's up. Bro, I swear to God, people don't even like watching me for my cooking skills. Like, they don't care about me making actually complex, delicious dishes. They just want to watch me make the most cursed shit ever and piss people off. And for some reason, abuse a picture of Nikocado avocado. Like, for some reason, whichever video that features a picture of Nikocado avocado, it just does way better than my usual videos. Y'all are fucking weird. Y'all are really fucking weird. Yo, can you make char siu? For those of y'all who don't know, char siu is basically Chinese pork BBQ. It's called cha shao rou in like Chinese, but it's something that I grew up loving to eat. Thanks, love your content by the way. Thank you.
When it comes to making char siu or cha shao rou, the key thing to know is that it's pretty unfucking complicated. You're going to add your pork to a bowl and also add char siu sauce to it. I know, it's crazy how that works. You want to marinate your meat in the fridge for roughly 2 to 3 minutes, but that's optional because all you really need is 30 minutes. This recipe is literally only 2 ingredients, the meat and the sauce, the pork and the char siu. Think, Mark, think. It's only going to take a 30-minute trip to the Chinese supermarket for this delicious piece of heaven to grace your tongue. Now, after you marinate, one thing that you need to understand about the cooking process of making char siu is that it's pretty unfucking complicated. You want to place your meat on a rack and douse it, and I mean douse it in the 5-spice powder. Shove that baby into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and set that timer to 15 minutes. After roasting your meat in the oven for 15 minutes, you want to take that shit out and re-glaze it in the sauce before tossing it back into the oven. The re-glazing process is essential, so do not skip it. If you skip it, it's probably gonna end up tasting like shit and you can't blame me for that. Toss it in the oven for another 10 minutes and take it back out.
Now all y'all really gotta do is just let it sit there for like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, and then it should be ready to eat.
Usually, you want to serve them in slices and garnish with green onion. And oh baby, if you were in the room to smell it, oh my god.
Yo, that looks amazingly good. How about we give it a taste? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but this is a 10 out of 10. This right here, this is a masterpiece. Great suggestion. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for bringing back my childhood. Pissing off the Australians, please. Alright, that'll be the next episode. That will be the next episode. Make the legendary Big Mac parfait. Good pitch, good pitch. And it looks easy to make too. You basically put like a Big Mac into a cup, right? For those of y'all who's been on my channel for a while, y'all know what that means. Time to go visit Bella. Or visit McDonald's, yeah. Can I get a Big Mac with a meal, please? I don't see what's funny. I don't know why you're laughing. You guys are about to meet a reoccurring character called, yeah, this is Bella. Can I get my Big Mac, please? Thank you. Wait, you don't mind being a part of my shenanigans, right? All right, thank you. I appreciate you. Well, well, you have a good one, all right? Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so earlier I just mentioned how it's just like a Big Mac in a cup. So I grabbed this cup over here that's similar size to the burger. So the plan is to have the burger go inside of the cup while retaining all its layers. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna try my best. Now, I could just patiently cut it out and layer it piece by piece, but I'm lazy, so I decided to go for the retarded option. My thought process was, what if I just shove the burger into the cup and see how it goes? And yeah, didn't work out.
Okay, that did not go as planned. Okay, that is not what I planned to happen. Shit. You know what? Let's just fucking roll with it. Let's just roll with it. All right, let's add a little bit more of the Big Mac. And you guys can call me lazy, whatever the fuck, but I am not putting that much effort in a recipe this fucking stupid. I mean, hey, it's working, I think, so far. Maybe not. It actually looks kind of, it actually doesn't look that bad.
That is a lie. It looked fucking horrible. I don't know what I was saying. It was 3 a.m. I was tired and anything looked good to me at that moment, so yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
Well, I mean, I guess you can call this a parfait.
It looks nothing like the picture he sent me, but it's 3 a.m. It's a Big Mac recipe. I'm not putting that much effort into it. But I will attempt to get a coherent slice of it onto the table.
And nope, it did not work. Only a slice of bread come out. That's fine. I'll just eat it with a fork.
Y'all are not gonna believe this, but it tastes exactly like a Big Mac. I don't even know why I tried.
I don't know what else to tell you. It's a 2 out of 10.
Garlic monkey butter balls. What? Oh my god, it's an actual thing, bro. What the fuck? I know exactly what we're doing now. I know exactly what we're making. I'll be right back.
When I looked up this recipe online, apparently you start off with flour, garlic powder, and some Parmesan cheese, and you whisk all that together. Or if you're Asian, you chopstick all that together. And then you combine some yeast and sugar together and add some good old-fashioned warm milk to activate that yeast. I don't know what they were thinking when they were naming this dish, because whoever decided to call it monkey butter balls needs to be executed immediately. Add your milky yeast into your flour and crack in an egg. You want to sprinkle in some salt, and then you also want to add in a good chunk of softened butter, room temperature, and then you want to mix all that together again with a whisk, but if you're Asian, with your chopsticks. Add in some warm water, continue kneading with your chopsticks until it's too tough and you need to use your hands. Layer on some flour on your work surface and continue kneading your dough on said work surface. Remember, the key to kneading dough is by spanking it. Place your dough ball into a bowl and let it rest for 30 minutes before unwrapping it. This is very important because if ball no puff puff, then dough ain't fluff fluff. Sun Tzu, Art of War. Divide your dough into however many pieces you see fit. Honestly, I don't care. Just make sure they're as proportional as you can make them. Now, time to rub them into the shape of balls. Now, my ball handling skills needs a little bit of work, but with enough fondling and molesting your dough, it should be pretty round. After molesting your dough, you want to grab a cast iron pan. Layer your pan with flour, and set up 2 dipping bowls. One filled with melted butter, and the other one filled with Parmesan cheese and cilantro. You want to grab one of your dough balls and dip it in the melted butter, and then after dipping it in the melted butter, you want to coat it with the Parmesan cheese and the cilantro. Place your dough balls into the cast iron pan. Make sure that there's even spacing between each of the balls so that they don't overcrowd, and let them rise before baking for roughly 10 to 12 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, would you look at that? Gold, puffy, and crispy, ready for serving and ready for eating.
Garlic monkey butter balls. I can't believe I actually made this. I didn't even think it was a real thing. Now keep in mind, this is my first time making it, so it kind of sucks. Oh, you know we gotta give it a taste. So apparently you just rip it out like this, and it actually came out quite well. Let's grab a bite.
Oh my god, it's actually really good.
Absolutely amazing flavors, and I think I deserve a little bit of credit since this is my first try. 8 out of 10, good suggestion. Lasagna, but instead of pasta, it's potatoes, like a pizza potato baked bit lasagna. Wait, so kind of like a shepherd's pie, but like lasagna underneath, right? I think I can do that. Sounds good too. Let's go make it.
So I never really made lasagna before, but from what I've gathered from my intense research, which is the first page of Google, you basically fry up some ground beef with your chosen seasoning and a little bit of salt, and then you add your marinara sauce. Now naturally, before we add the marinara sauce, I'm gonna add some 5-spice powder because I'm addicted. Add in marinara sauce until your ground beef is fucking drowning in that shit. Like this joint gotta be looking like a bowl of chili. You wanna take it off the heat and grab a pot with a shitload of water. Add in your salt and add in your noodles. After Jenga stacking your noodles, you wanna close the lid, get some ricotta cheese and mix that shit with a good amount of Parmesan cheese grated and some Parmesan cheese shredded. You wanna whisk that shit with a spoon, but from hindsight, I should have used a chopstick because I am Asian. Set it aside and finish cooking your noodles and lay your noodles into a tray. This tray is where we're gonna be assembling our lasagna. It goes lasagna, lasagna noodles, our ground beef, our ricotta cheese mixture, and then some mozzarella cheese, and then a little bit more noodles. Now I hear y'all in the comments, oh my god, he fucked up that one noodle in the beginning. Don't worry, I went back and fixed it so we can continue on with the next layer, which is ground beef, more ricotta and parmesan cheese mixture, and another layer of noodles. You want to top all that off with a little bit more mozzarella cheese just to make sure whoever eats this really gets a heart attack. Now all we gotta do is put that shit in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for roughly 20 to 25 minutes. Hey, if I said that shit didn't smell good, I'd be fucking lying, alright? Now all we really gotta do is cook our mashed potatoes, which is called whatever the fuck it is because it's IKEA and their shit is never pronounceable. Like, do y'all Swedes don't got fucking vowels out there? After your IKEA mashed potatoes is finished, you wanna just slay it, spread it, and smooth it onto the top of your lasagna. So it's kind of like a shepherd's pie, but not really. This, my friends, is what I call the portable heart attack. It also goes by instant packaged obesity. Personally, I like to call it the Italianation constipation de lasagna.
This is my first time making lasagna though, so if it looks a little bit ugly, don't judge me. So, let's dig in. You know, you'd think that mashed potatoes would taste good on lasagna, but it doesn't. It makes the lasagna a little bit too starchy. Honestly, this recommendation is pretty boring though. Would have been more interesting if you made me like, put ice cream on it or something. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 6.9 out of 10. Do you smoke crack? Yes.